welcome to the God I Have Miami show. This is episode 34?
34.
34, so, and we apologize. We kind of took like a week and a half off.
We're busy.
We've been very busy. Ashley's going to be talking about, she's exhausted, let me tell you. She's
I'm
just
exhausted.
beat. So we're down here at Casa Miami Coconut Grove, yeah.
Casa Coconut Grove.
And basically what you see behind you is a coral rock fireplace, and we are trying to manifest.
We're manifesting the fall weather.
Yeah, cold weather to get here sooner or later because it's still hot outside, so we're shooting this thing inside. And again, that used to be back when that used to be a big air conditioner.
This.
And when we took it out, we looked at it and we had a big hole in the wall and said, what can we do there?
Put a fireplace.
And we put a fireplace in there.
Yeah.
So that's a fireplace over at Casa, as we like to say. So yeah. So we're here in Coconut Grove and we're going to talk about all sorts of weird stuff. It's going to be the Ashley show. I have nothing. All I'm going to do is bitch about another showing that I had. If you watched the Miami House show when I was with it and we had that whole thing that I read verbatim.
Right.
I have another story about this one too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at least this one showed, but.
At least showed, but yeah,
still just as bad.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's just do it.
Tell us about your experience.
So, real estate agents, when I tell you that this is not an investment property, that you can't rent it, that you can't do this, don't show up with somebody, and in this case, it was the actual realtor that said, and I said, hey, where's your client? She goes, no, I'm the client. You know, and I said, oh, what's it for? And he goes, oh, you know, I do property management and we rent properties and we do. And I said, listen, dude, what part of you can't rent this out did you miss on the text and on the phone conversation? And that it's not an investment property, you can't short-term rental it. How did I not communicate?
Yeah.
So maybe I gotta improve my communication skills by telling people, hey.
I mean, and I know the particular agent you're talking about, I also text them.
Yeah.
About the rental situation. No rentals allowed in this building. You know, that what's the old saying? Time is money.
Yeah.
You spent
It's 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours of my life that I'm not going to get back.
And same on their end. They received nothing
Oh,
out
they
of
were
that.
they were rolling through all the other buildings and stuff like that. So they were just
they were
having a
just
grand
having
old
a-
time. And yeah, so again, when we say something, you know, just say you don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Just that, it's that simple. There's a reason for it. So we're particular for all of you out there. It's actually 465 Ocean Drive. It's a Royal Atlantic. You can only rent it once in your lifetime. I'm putting this out into the universe, just like you say about manifesting. So agents, you can't rent it out. Okay? Can't rent it out once in your lifetime. No short-term rentals.
You
No
gotta want
pets.
to live there yourself.
It's
or
a
if
second
you-
home. It's for you to live, to enjoy.
Yeah.
Can't rent it out. No investments. We clear? Okay, good.
And it is actually a great building. You
It's
used to own
wonderful.
in there.
I used to own in there
You
and
spent many
managed it.
4th of Julys there.
Yeah, we sure did.
And
And that's what it's for. But
yeah.
it's not an investment building.
Correct.
And it's not for rent.
Correct.
So stop it.
Stop wasting our time.
Stop it. So there you go. That's my rant for the day. But it just shows you that agents out there just do not want. They just don't listen. They don't care, or they think there's an opportunity, or they think we're lying to them, and it gets very, very frustrating. So
Well,
that was
I
it.
think maybe, you know me, I like to play
Yeah.
both
Oh
sides.
yeah. I know. You're like.
Maybe they've dealt with agents that don't know what they're doing before, so
Right.
they don't take agents' word for it, and they just.
Well, here's the point. So we sold a unit in there recently.
Uh-huh.
When I called for the agent said, hey, I want to make sure that you understand the restrictions. And I said, listen, I used to manage the building, blah, blah, blah. I know the restrictions. And she was very, very happy that I knew already that the client coming in was a non-investor, wasn't anything about
Right.
renting it out. And it actually facilitates the transaction, and we put the property under contract. And we've already done inspections, and we're moving forward on it. But again, just the fact that she asked the same questions that I asked other agents, and they still don't get it. So, folks out there in that feel that we just go out there and just open doors, and we've talked about this before.
It's a little bit more.
It gets a little bit more. And Ash, you have your story about your little condo.
Well,
Ash is exhausted, guys.
I have many
yes.
stories. I have just been showing rentals all week, nonstop. Houses, condos, Brickell, West Kendall, and everywhere in between. The lines are back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at that like 2,000 price point.
Right.
But the lines are back. You have a line of people waiting to get in to just look at the unit. So the pressure is on for renters. I mean, I don't think it let up too much, but over the summer, it was a lull for real estate in general in Miami.
Right, yeah.
But it is back on in full effect.
Yeah, folks don't realize that the summer here is just basically calmed down. And we had been in the business like forever or too long, probably. I think it would be the word too long. Is we take it in stride, and I know that you were kind of concerned about, hey, what's happening, what's going on,
Yeah.
and it's just a summer thing. It is just Miami it's always been this way. We operate in a way that during the summers we just basically just tune out. Yeah, tune out. You basically just tune out, and we noticed it, and then just about a week and a half ago, the light goes
Being on, and no one stopped.
So I got a question for you because I'm gonna speculate on something. So why do you think the renters have come back so, like, bam? What's your tech? Because I'm gonna throw something out there and I want to see if maybe yay or nay.
Okay, I think the rental market is crazy again because landlords are raising rent.
Okay, and why do you think they're raising rents at this particular time?
Because they know their taxes and insurance are coming.
So we just got our trim sheets. So we just got our tax trim sheets, which means that all the taxes are going to go up. And
Right.
if you're an investment property, you're going to go up minimum 10%,
Yeah.
like it or not. That's
Yeah.
just going to happen. And then also that's your real estate taxes. And then all the insurances in these commercial buildings come due in September.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things transpire. So then you start to see landlords start to bump up the price. So muy bueno, well done.
Yeah,
I like that.
you definitely
Yeah.
see it. Everyone's trying to stick to their budget,
Yeah.
and they're getting a less of a product
Yeah.
for the same money. Whether it's smaller
Right.
or less quality. The the quality of the rental units I've seen this week
Brutal.
are pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Either one of two ways. Either they're like gross and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God, I would never want to put a client in here. Or it's beautiful, but they're overreaching so much on the price because it's beautiful, like one way or the other. So it's rough. It's rough out there.
You have it. I just got a call this morning from a client who, we manage 10 properties for him, and all of the prices are going up above the 5% for the notice.
Yeah.
A lot of these don't have any leases on it, so we're already seeing that it's 20-30%.
Yeah.
And these are big. These are big numbers. And again, we talk about a shadow economy that some of these folks can, do a little cash on the side. But still, at the end of the day, there is going to become a breaking point, and we're already starting to see some of that with our own clients.
Yeah.
Where they're rejecting the
renewals.
the renewals.
Yeah, they don't want to renew at the increased rate. And so, we're here to help, but it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. I was able to, just got the email a little while ago, get somebody in one of the properties that we manage in Coconut Grove. I was able to keep him in Coconut Grove, move him
Nice.
somewhere for the same dollar, and
Well done.
he's happy.
Yeah,
So,
but I think we're getting to that breaking point, and I think this will be the first shot at it with the new taxes and everything being out, and how this plays out into early next year. We'll have to see.
yeah.
But we're still in demand. We think that some of the Northeast market is starting to move back.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I don't
but
know.
I ain't
because
seeing. We ain't seeing it at our level.
do we not have a couple from the Northeast
Yeah.
that are buying down
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
And I'm moving somebody over from the west coast of the country.
Yeah.
So
That would be California.
that would be California.
California, moving from Cali. There's a song about
I'll
that.
keep all comments to myself.
Exactly.
on that
There you
one.
go. Okay, fine. The
So having a great time. Actually, with her, she is going to a beautiful building in
Right.
Brickell that I had never been in. I don't remember the name right now, but it's 50 stories, and it is like
just
probably
spot
the
on.
best building in Brickell that I've seen personally so far. It's over there by Brickell City Center. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Was it the Solis or something like that?
Something Solitaire, Solitaire, something like that.
One of those names that nobody can come up with.
Big
They should
fancy building.
Yeah, car names. So at least we're honest. We don't know every damn building out there.
No,
but
how could you know every building?
There's tons of them. So you've been very, very busy, which we knew that it was going to happen. We're
Yeah.
also very busy on the buyer side and also on the listing side.
Yeah.
We're starting to see things come to us,
Yes.
which we expected. And again, we it's going to be. I think the pricing is starting to kind of stabilize on the buy side.
Yes, it's like a plateau. I think it's safe
I
to
think we're
say.
seeing it start to plateau.
I have heard a couple of like prospective buyers that are in between buying and renting. They're so apprehensive to buy because they feel like they're buying at the height of the market, and then they get this 20% number that like national articles are saying, and that 20% decrease that they're talking about must be like a national average or something, because that's not the market here in South Florida. So if you're planning to like stay in South Florida, move to South Florida, if South Florida's in your plans, that's not happening here.
It's not happening at
You
all.
know, I think it's more of a plateau what we're seeing here right now, not a decrease.
No, yeah, and you're not going to see. You know, I don't see, especially at 20%.
No.
We've always been a micro. We've always been a micro market. We've
Yeah.
always been a market that you've got to be very, very specific to. And then when you take all of these broad ranges, they include condominiums and they also include, you know, single family homes. And if we're going to use that sale that just happened for $107 million. So
That's
then
all.
maybe that will skew the numbers just a little bit. You know, it was
Right.
it just closed recently. It's the Adrian Arch property over on Brickell, over there in South Miami Avenue. No, Brickell Avenue.
No, but you know
By
what they
Alice
will?
Wainwright Park.
They will say the property sold 33% under
Right.
asking.
Absolutely.
And it's going to skew all of our numbers.
Which is nice. Yeah, somebody's going to say, oh, but the guy didn't pay asking price for it, which is fine. It was listed at $150 million. And at least he didn't pay asking for it. So he did get a good deal. I mean, he saved himself, what, 35%?
I mean, it's public. It's Ken Griffin, the Citadel CEO or owner, or whoever he is, who's moving his whole operation down here.
And he's buying a lot of properties down here.
Yeah.
So
So, you know.
it is what it is. But that will actually skew numbers. So
It
people
will.
realize.
It will skew the numbers.
So, but Ken, I'm glad you didn't pay for the full price. It's a good job. Way to negotiate the deal. And congratulations, you bought the most expensive property in Miami-Dade County's history.
There you go.
So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And by the way, you can't build a dock
Oh, I know.
because that's Biscayne National Park.
So it'll be an imaginary dock.
Yeah. So just
Get a
don't
yacht
put
or something.
don't put a boat there.
You can't put a boat there.
No.
No, you just look at the water.
Yeah, so there's
You can
it
fish.
It is what it is. Yeah, not even there.
That's protected.
Careful what you fish for, because then you get into more trouble. So now we're just so it's Friday. We really have been working super hard. I mean, it's been crazy.
I worked on Labor Day. I'm just gonna announce
Did you?
that.
I did not.
I know you didn't.
I didn't. I was here
But you're
with
like
barbecue.
semi-retired, so
Semi-retired.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's why she works.
So that's why I worked on Labor Day.
Yep.
But a headache, you know, it hasn't been too much of a headache because I know how to handle condos.
Yep.
But we have a deal in the works that has 2 headaches, you know, and I think it's a really good. Just to give a general, we have a listing. It's a condo, so you have to get through all the condo stuff, and of course they find in the title
work,
search, you know, some things there. Always condo issues. But then also, you know, in this particular situation, we have some problem tenants, and there could be eviction coming.
Yep. That it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. You know, and it's not something I'm doing, but it's something I'm there to support the owner through and make sure that he still gets the sale of his property. And point being is that it is stressful. So like you want to work with an agent that's gonna stick with you through that.
Yeah.
Because as much as I want to be like, dude, you're on your own.
Yep. Peace out.
I'm just personally not like that, and that's not good business.
No.
You know. So.
I think one of the points you're also bringing up is we're starting to see all of the stuff that we talked about months ago with all of the new condo like requirements and the disclosures, the disclosure laws. Everybody's a little bit more on top of it. Before, maybe people were just like, you know, you were covering it a different way.
Right.
But now it's top of mind, and you know, any kind of special assessment that's coming is top of mind.
It's like the first
That's one of the first questions. And in your case, it's, you know, you have 2 towers that has 1 condo association, and there's liens against the property, but they're, you know, old liens. You have to prove it. And I'll give you a piece of advice for everybody that's out there. If you've ever had a mortgage and you've paid off a mortgage in any transaction, make sure that you keep your satisfaction of mortgage. It's very important. It's a little piece of paper. When you pay off the loan, the bank's going to send it to you, or they're going to PDF it to you, or however they'll TikTok it to you, whatever the new technique is. But the satisfaction of mortgage, you hold on to that satisfaction of mortgage, because in the future, if somebody comes and you're trying to buy something, they say you still owe a property.
Yeah.
Because some of these don't get filed timely, or they get lost, or, you know, for whatever reasons. It's important, and that's, you were able to find with the condominium that they had satisfied these liens that were out
Correct.
there, to
Yes.
present it to the attorney, to the closing agent.
Which I think goes back to like communication is key. you attract more bees with
Yeah.
honey
Yeah.
sort of deal, because these condos are notoriously, forgive me any condo people out there, lazy.
Yeah.
You know, they take forever to get back to a call or email. Nobody really wants to do the work.
Or they transition. You were the condo, you were the CAM manager 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and now it changed over to a new CAM
And she
manager.
has no idea what's going
And
on.
and these things, yeah, and again, it's good record keeping.
Yeah.
As CAM managers, you're supposed to keep the records forever, and I think a lot of times these condominiums don't. But what we are seeing, and the point of it is that what happened and these laws that are coming down has now brought everybody top of mind on these issues, and
Yeah.
it's just become more and more relevant. So if you are working with agents that aren't us, make sure that you are on top of these things, because they are becoming more and more.
And they will stop you from closing.
And they will stop you from closing,
Yeah,
for sure.
you will not get your money.
You will not get your money as the sellers. And that's a good point you just brought up. Maybe the sellers, before you put a property on the market, especially in the condominium, have all your ducks in a row. Make sure that you do some kind of due diligence.
Yeah.
So that way, when we bring a buyer to the property, just like the one that we just sold in 465 Ocean Drive, you already know a lot of the things. We got all of the condominium docs immediately.
Right.
The listing that we have on Virginia in the Grove,
Yeah, we already have
we
everything.
basically identified all of the special assessments. Yesterday we got an offer on it,
Yeah.
and immediately they asked us about the condominium. 2 minutes later, the guy had it in his box.
Literally 2 minutes.
Literally
It
2
was
minutes.
the fastest email I've ever
You
seen.
saw that? Because I didn't have to type anything. If you ever get an email from me, it's usually like 5 little lines because I can't type. Because when I was growing up, okay, they gave you 2 choices. You had shot, where you would lose a finger or not. Okay, so you would be on the bandsaw, or you had home ec. So as guys, we didn't go to home ec.
Because
and
home
that's-
ec, you learn to type.
That's where you learn to type.
Right.
So not anymore.
Not anymore.
So I, ting, 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 ting.
Yeah, he does use his fingers,
Yeah.
but he does not.
Yeah, I move pretty quick, but that's why you get a lot of GMs and GEs
It's
and
true.
HAV and all that stuff, simply because I just can't type.
Abbreviation.
Right, it'll take forever. And let me know, LMK. So that's why you get those folks. And I apologize, but if not, you would never get an email from me, because I would probably be able to type only one.
Yeah.
So that's it. What else we got out there?
Well, we have the weekend ahead of us.
Yeah, what's going on?
I've got birthday parties and
Do you?
stuff, but
Look at you.
I've already got people wanting to go see stuff and do
Yeah.
stuff and all that type of stuff. So I'm sure that I'll have work squeezed in there.
I'm sure. We're gonna do an open house or not? Or am I gonna do it?
I do it.
Okay, you'll do it.
I do it
We're gonna do an open house.
on
Coconut
Sunday.
Grove on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Don't know the timing.
Not too late.
Not before happy hour. If not, I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll be just at your beck and call to tell me what I need to go and do and stuff. Because I'll
Well-
just be sitting around.
Good. I'll use your help.
No, I won't. Actually, I have some showing, so no, I won't be sitting around.
Never mind.
Okay, so yeah, there you go.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
All right, and we appreciate it. Please subscribe. We're trying to get like organically to what, 1,000?
A
Is that what we
1,000
need?
would be a nice goal.
Is that our goal?
Yeah.
Okay, and like we're pecking away like one at a
We
time.
are.
Yeah, and we're not. It's not like we're like really pressuring our clients to do it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's just basically if you do it organically, it makes us feel better.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think it's a better way of doing it. And again, we ask all the time. Ask questions. Send
Yeah.
us a note. And tell us what you want to talk about, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, everybody.
All right. Have a good
great
weekend, guys. Be well.